In Dolos, the lost city of thieves, 300 rogues rose with her, robbing the rich to help the poor. Amphoris always has room for righteous thieves, and she played both greedy tyrants and violent masters like a fiddle. Cipher, through the trial, made the old god of trickery fall. She carries all hidden treasures with the wind. So I have to ask, is there anything she can't get? On this episode of Keep It Up with Star Rail, let's catch up with Amphoris' only master thief, the fleet-footed traveler, Cipher! I also went through a lot of trouble today to invite Amphoris' #1 spirit thief.
Who would it
be? Great Bartholos to be the guest for this episode.
That's me!
According to my sources, the spirit thief also happens to be Cipher's dearest accomplice.
How dare you call me Cipher's accomplice, you bleached chicken! The great spirit thief will not stand for this!
Hey! Then tell us, what is your relationship with Cipher?
She is my arch rival, my adversary, my conquered enemy!
Then, great spirit thief, please join me in reviewing the many stories about Cipher, and let's see which ones are true. Cipher is a quantum character following the path of nihility. As a swift demigod and the organizer of Amphoris' 300 rogues, this 301st rogue has always robbed the rich to help the poor. When she uses her basic attack, Cipher deals quantum damage to one designated enemy. When using her skill, she deals quantum damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Before the skill deals damage, Cipher has a chance to weaken the ability's target, which reduces its damage dealt. Cipher's own attack will be increased for a number of turns.
She can even steal away the enemy's attack! Dang, boss.
Oh, boss? You seem to respect your arch-rival adversary and conquered enemy quite a bit.
If you say one more word, bleached chicken, I'll steal all the sofas in the studio!
Oh, bother. Spare my poor self. Let's move on to the next segment. When Cipher uses her skill or ultimate, the primary target becomes her patron. When the patron is attacked by another ally, Cipher immediately launches a follow-up attack on the patron. The Trace Sleight of Sky increases the crit damage dealt by Cipher's talent's follow-up attack. At the same time, while Cipher is on the battlefield, the damage taken by all enemies increases. Cipher will tally a proportion of the damage that all allies deal to the patron. Under the effect of the Trace Empyrean Strides, when Cipher's speed meets a certain threshold, her crit rate will increase, as will the patron's talent. Under the effect of the Trace 300 Rogues, the damage that all allies deal to enemy targets aside from the patron will also be tallied. After Cipher uses her ultimate, the patron's tally is reset.
That's how Cipher is! Whenever she picks a target, she'll stick to it and do anything to make sure it doesn't get away.
But she's picking on the same guy over and over.
Can't be helped. But the bad guys can always stage a comeback, so we have to make a move.
When Cipher uses her ultimate, she deals quantum damage to one designated enemy and adjacent targets. Then, she deals true damage equal to the current patron's tally. The higher the patron's total tally, the more damage Cipher deals. The true damage is distributed across all targets of the ability. I know she's the master thief, but her combat abilities are seriously scary.
Don't worry, that scaredy cat would never hurt anyone unless she had to. Besides, she only attacks bad little birds. Hey, bleached chicken, are you a good bird?
Of course I am. After Cipher uses her technique, she gains Zagreus' blessing for a certain duration. During that time, Cipher will be undetectable by enemies and her movement speed will increase. When approaching an enemy, Cipher may immediately obtain a random consumable. If allies enter battle while Zagreus' blessing is active, they can deal quantum damage to all enemies and increase Cipher's tally for this instance of damage. Like her predecessors who worked in the darkness but served the light, Cipher is adept at attacking when the enemy is least aware.
And then stealing everything from them.
Let's sum it up. In battle, Cipher uses her abilities to reduce the damage dealt by enemies and increase her own attack. Damage taken by all enemies also increases while Cipher is on the field. It's worth mentioning that Cipher's talent can keep tally of the damage dealt by her and her teammates. The more powerful her teammates are, the more powerful she becomes. Every time she uses her ultimate, she can convert the tally and deal that as true damage, significantly increasing the team's burst potential in a fight. This program obtained a surveillance video from a white-haired man who wishes to remain anonymous, showing the entire process of one of Cipher's jobs in detail.
She didn't bring me? I can't believe Cipher went thieving in secret!
Cipher's temporary gang of thieves runs into the servants, trying to stop them in the tightly guarded home of an evil tycoon.
How could someone who looks like that be a tycoon servant? And the boss is working with others behind my back! I'm furious!
Seeing that the gang is in trouble, Cipher prays to the Grand Master and uses her technique to gain Zagreus' blessing. Her buddy Acheron then unsheathes her sword and slashes into battle. Due to the effect of her talent, Cipher marks the enemy as her patron. The damage dealt by Acheron's quadruplet ascendants also triggers Cipher's talent's follow-up attack. Not lagging behind, Pela unleashes her skill and ultimate, continuously reducing the enemy unit's defense. Cipher's skill increases her own attack. With all those debuffs, Acheron accumulates enough slash stream to unleash her ultimate, killing the enemy lackey. Meanwhile, the damage tally kept by Cipher's talent continues to climb. Acheron once again unleashes her ultimate. The enemy leader isn't down yet, but don't worry. Patron has built up to an alarming number. Cipher follows up with her ultimate, dealing out all the accumulated damage. The enemies go bye-bye, and Cipher calls it a day.
See that? Cipher's not that impressive. She still had to brute force it in the end. Unlike me, I would never be that violent. Thieves shouldn't pick fights.
I mean, you're absolutely right. The great Spirithief has much more integrity. It's just your boss seems more capable at being a thief.
How dare you, bleach chicken! Ugh, how could you slander me like that? Explain yourself!
Cipher stole the show's logo pretty easily. That'll be hard for you to do, right?
Nonsense! Just you wait. I'll steal it back for you. Then you'll know who Amphorius' true master thief is.
Oh.
Boss Cipher, please! I finally got a chance to be on the show. Just help me once. I promise not to be cocky anymore. You're asking for too much. No, don't we, boss? I'll do it. Boss Cipher is the best master thief. Boss Cipher is the best master thief. Boss Cipher is the best master thief. Good enough. Once I used my little trick on her, she had no choice but to return the logo to you.
You truly are Amphorius' best master thief.